You ever have that nightmare where you feel like you're awake but you can't move? Yeah, what's that called? Sleep paralysis, yeah. What's going on with that? Why aren't we working on that? Why don't we have a vaccine for that? I read somewhere that we are 99% of the way to curing polio. That's great, we can stop, put that on the shelf. I don't know anybody who has polio. I've never met anybody who has polio. I've never met anybody who's heard of anybody who has polio. But I have at least 3 friends, 4 now, that some mornings are just like, I can't move any of it! So let's work on that, you know? I was talking about sleep paralysis at a show, and this guy comes up to me, and he was like, hey, I have sleep paralysis too. And I was like, oh good, another friend. It's pretty scary, huh? And he goes, yeah. And what about when the shadow people come into the room? What? The shadow people? That's the scariest thing I've ever heard. I was like, you need to go to the doctor. He was like, I know. I was like, no, right now. The shadow people. None of us know what the shadow people look like. Not one among us can be sure of how terrifying the shadow people are. The only thing we know for sure is that it's shadow people, not a shadow person. That means that more than the first shadow person comes in the room like, I don't know if that's what they do, that's what I imagine, just like, and you're like, and then a second shadow person is like, I'm coming in too, and then a little shadow child, because its parents are teaching it to terrify, and then an old shadow grandpappy who's like, I can still scare. This may sound harsh, but I would kill a young boy with polio if it meant that no one ever had to see the shadow people again. Yeah, it's for you. I would do it for you. And a lot of people in here, that's a little harsh, TJ. You wait until you're in your bed in the morning. Oh no. No, come on. Please. And then the door opens. And the first little shadow arm. You'll be like, kill him, TJ! Slit his little polio throat! Do you ever have a nightmare that is slightly better than your real life? Those are the worst, right? Because someone's in your house, and they're trying to get you, but it's like a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath. They're trying to kill you, so you run outside to get in your Honda Accord, but it's actually a Ford Flex with all the upgrades, you know? You show up to work and you're naked, so you're very embarrassed, but it's a job that you find really rewarding. And you look forward to going every day. You do it for free, it's a gift. Every day is a gift. Those are the worst to wake up from, right? Because you're like, it's so spacious. One time, okay, confession time. It's really cool how hot it is here. I think that's awesome, you know? Like, it's cool you guys all live here and you do things and you have like a theater from the 1800s, and then you have people come and perform here and you don't tell them how hot it's gonna be. And they kind of make fun of people for wearing shorts at night, because that's a very specific type of alcoholism. Because that means at 4 p.m. you're so drunk that you're like, I don't think pants are in the picture tonight. And nobody tells you that you're in a heat dome, and even if they do, you're like, what is a heat dome? And they're like, you'll find out. Do you understand that that's real? That yesterday, the manager of the club was like, yeah, we're actually in a heat dome. And I said, what? He goes, a heat dome. I was like, did you say a heat dong? Because there's enough hot cock in this. Come on, fuck you guys, all right? God damn it. You have the gall to have all these chickens in this heat. And when I make a hot rooster joke, you're like, we get it, TJ. One time I had a dream where I almost hooked up with a different girl, you know, someone else besides Kate. It didn't end up happening. But I woke up and I felt really guilty. I did. I woke up and I was like, good morning, Kate, you look beautiful in the morning light. She was like, thank you. And I was like, you want me to make you breakfast? Sure. I was like, I could run across the street and get that quinoa waffle mix that you love so much. She was like, what happened last night? But I think I was guilty because sometimes she gets mad at me for things that I do in her dream. Yeah? Like one time I was in the bathroom in the morning and she was like, are you gonna brush your teeth or are you just gonna stare at the sink all morning, okay? There are other people who wanna brush their teeth. By the way, we live alone. There wasn't like two guys behind her like, come on, man. Gotta go to work. Like our two cats were like, meow, 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 meow. Little Hello Kitty watch. I was like, what's wrong? She's like, you were so mean to me in my dream last night. We were at a party and I couldn't find you and you left without telling me. And when I finally found you were talking to some other girl under a tree. And then when I talked to you, you didn't even introduce me. I was like, that's all your fault. You guys ever have a dream? It's not a good dream, but it's not a bad dream. It's just kind of a mediocre dream and it goes on for a really long time, but nothing really happens. Like you're driving and you're a trucker, which you don't know how to like drive those trucks, but I guess you know. And you're like, this looks like Kansas, but there's no signs anywhere, you know? And then you turn, there's a dog in the passenger seat, but it's not your dog, but you're okay with that for some reason. And then you have to go to the bathroom. So you pull over to a gas station, and you get out, and you look across the road, and there's a Wendy's. You're like, Wendy's always have clean bathrooms. And you don't do anything about it, but you just think it, you know? And then you realize the dog's gone, but you're like, not my dog, you know? So then you go around the outside of the gas station, but you can't, there's no bathroom. You're like, oh, this must be one of those gas stations where the bathroom's inside. So you go inside, but you can't find it. So you go up to the girl at the cash register, but she looks like one of your ex-girlfriends, but you can't figure out which one. So then you lean in, and it's all of them. And then you're on the beach. So you're on the beach now, okay? And you want to go swimming, but you don't have your swimming suit. But you look over, and there's this like store, and it says swimming suit store. And in real life, you'd be like, that's a stupid name. But in the dream world, you're like, that's informative. So then you go there, and you remember you still have to go to the bathroom. So you're looking for the bathroom, you can't find it. So you go up to the guy that works there, and he looks like your high school coach, but he has women's arms, you know? And you don't mention it because you can tell he's self-conscious about it. Because he's like, oh, the bathroom? It's over there. It's that way. So then you go to the bathroom, but it's not a bathroom at all. It's actually your high school principal's office, but it's also your parents' bedroom, but it's neither, you know? And then you wake up. And the whole time you were waiting for something interesting or cool or funny to happen, but just like this joke, it never did.